Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going over NFL Power Rankings after free agency. This on another episode of... So, starting us off at the bottom, number 32, the Miami Dolphins. Why are they here? Their roster is bad. More money this year is being spent on players no longer on the team than are on the team. They've got a new head coach. They've got a new quarterback. Everything went wrong for Miami last year, and this year it's not looking good. At number 31, we got the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals. Yeah, they're in some interesting waters. Heading towards the draft, they have no true QB1. Their roster leaves a bit to be desired on both offense and defense. And realistically, they're one of the worst teams in the NFC. At number 30, we got the New York Jets. The Jets at 30? Yeah, it makes sense. Their roster did not really improve all that much. Looking right now like their quarterback might just be Geno Smith. And they gave away their best defensive player last year in a trade. Honestly, not really sure what they have to offer beyond being a bottom feeder again. At number 29, we got the Cleveland Browns. The Browns, much like the Jets, QB problems. And honestly, Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, does it really matter? I don't think it does. Of course, coaching is another issue. Kevin Stefanski, longtime coach, left this year. So, new coach in the building. What's that going to look like? Who are they going to draft? We'll find out. Their offense kind of scares me. Their defense, Myles Garrett's there, so it should be fine. But again, there's going to be issues. At number 28, we got the Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. Yeah, they've really just invested everything in the defense, haven't they? Now that's joking a little bit, but it's kind of true when you think about it, because what do they got? They got Max Crosby, they've invested in corner, they've invested in linebacker, they've invested for pieces for that defense. But what's on the offense? I know they shored up the O-line a little bit, but Ashton Jennings and Brock Bowers is really all that offense has. They don't have a star quarterback, and that's going to cause issues for them. They better hope they get someone in the draft to make up for this, or otherwise they're going to stay down here. At number 27, we got the Tennessee Titans. The Titans' new head coach, Cam Ward, on his second year, brought in a lot of pieces to try and help Cam Ward. However, I'm not confident in putting them much higher than this. Why? They're untested. You don't know what you're getting with this team yet, obviously, with Cam Ward still being young. Yes, last year Cam Ward showed us he has talent, but realistically, they lost badly in a lot of the games they were in. So, until they prove that they're anything other than the team that lost badly last year, even with these improvements, they're not going much higher than this. At number 26, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, Falcons. Last year, your fans got mad at me. Maybe you should have listened, because I was pretty right about what was going to happen to the Falcons. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good that I got you guys down pat again this year, because you got Michael Penix, you got Tua. Okay, that's great quarterback room if you want to play who's going to get hurt more. Kevin Stefanski's your head coach. I'm sorry, what makes you think he's going to fix this offense? The defense, he might fix. But the defense actually took a step forward last year with Raheem Morris as the coach. I don't think the defense is the problem. I think that offense a little broken right now, and it might just be the quarterback. So you got to fix that. At number 25, the New Orleans Saints. Honestly, pretty high considering I regularly feel terrible about this Saints team. But once again, similar issue, QB concerns. Not really sure Tyler Shuck's the guy. Honestly, not feeling too comfortable there. They have good skill players. They got Travis Etienne, they got Kamara still around, they got Olave. Love that. If they get QB play that's anywhere near good, it's going to be a great offense. Their defense is aging, but that's nothing new. They've been dealing with that for years. At number 24, we got the New York Giants. Don't hate Giants fans. I know I put you guys pretty low. Not really reflective of what I think your ceiling is. Just reflective of until I see what it looks like. So this one has an asterisk. Don't be mad at me. I really like that you got Harbaugh as your new coach. Dart in his second year going to be great. Try not to get Scadaboo killed, please. Besides that, you guys brought in quite a few good free agents. I think the one I like the most is Isaiah Likely, who will be a nice secondary pass catching option alongside Malik Neighbors. But besides that, a few good defensive pieces. Not too upset with anything you did. It's just I don't know what it's going to look like as a finished product. And next, you get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 23. Buccaneers, you guys are not looking nearly as good as you did in the past few years. Mike Evans being gone, main reason you moved down. He's a great wide receiver. I know he was hurt pretty consistently, so you didn't really get the most usage out of him the last few years, but losing him is major, for me at the very least. I don't think anyone's going to fill his role immediately. On top of that, I'm not sure how your defense is going to look this upcoming year. At number 22, we got the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, you guys are bringing back Danny Derps once again. Try and run it back. Honestly, not terrible. Getting rid of Pittman, a little terrible. I kind of like Pittman on the Colts, but now he's gone. Jonathan Taylor's still there, though, so that gives you a nice base of what you're able to do. And honestly, the reason you're down here is I'm not sure if last year's a fluke or not. Was it a fluke? Was it not a fluke? Was it built on the back of Jonathan Taylor? I'm pretty sure it was, but we have to find out. Number 21, we got the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers. You guys, when you play good, look amazing. When you play bad, you look terrible. Consistency. When this roster is playing at its best, gosh, you could be a top 12 team. But honestly, you don't play that good all the time. And to be honest, Panthers, I do like a lot of people you brought in free agency. I think you might have overpaid a few of them, though. At number 20, we got the Vikings. The Vikings, suffering from an age-old problem of no good quarterback. Yes, you've got some options, but you don't got any great options. You got Kyler Murray, and you got a kid who barely made any difference when he was on the field. Because Vikings, without a good quarterback, a repeat of last year is kind of likely. Your roster, besides the quarterback situation, amazing. Honestly, great receiving core, great defense, great offense. Love it all except for that quarterback. Fix it, maybe you'll move up. Number 19, we got the Lions. Honestly, Lions, I feel kind of bad for you guys. Your roster is sort of becoming a shadow of its former self. Partially moving you guys down because I've finally come to realize how much your coordinators meant to you 2 years ago. Last year, bit of a rude awakening. Kind of think the only reason Dan Campbell has a job is because of those coordinators being amazing. Because, dear God, last year was a disappointment. At number 18, we got the Houston Texans. The Texans, if their defense was the entire team, they would be a top 3 team. But their defense is only half the team. While that defense might just be the best defense in the league next year with everything they're doing, that offense, oh God. CJ Stroud looking like a shadow of his former self. The offense failing constantly last year. Very embarrassing, actually. Not a big fan of that. Hence, they're in the bottom half. But that defense is a bit of a saving grace because of how good it is.
At number 17, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars rebounded after a disappointing year 2 years ago, and they looked much improved last year. They had Travis Hunter, they had Liam Cohen as their new head coach. A lot of good things happened last year. Now, unfortunately, Travis Etienne has left, but honestly, not sure that'll impact them too much. They have Tootin ready to step up, and they should have probably around an average year, maybe a better year. It's really hard to tell with them.
On the other side of the card, we got the Bengals here at number 16. Their offense looks amazing. You got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. That offense will be good. Yes, the O-line will probably still be shit because it's the Bengals, but that offense will look great. The defense, on the other hand, what defense? They just lost Trey Hendrickson. That was the only part of that defense that looked good last year. Trey Hendrickson is now in Baltimore. Good job, Baltimore. But the Bengals, yeah, that defense is holding them down. At number 15, we got the Commanders. Commanders fans, I know there are a few of you. You guys, very sorry for this. Be mad at me all you want. I don't really care. But you had a good offseason. I liked your offseason. I mean, nothing crazy, good or bad, but I think, legitimately, this is where your team is. We don't know really where your ceiling is because last year might as well have been a bye year, and we don't know where we saw where your bottom was, but that was with Jaden Daniels consistently being hurt and a team that felt like it should have been relegated, but we don't know. We don't honestly know what that team's going to look like when it's fully put together because we didn't really get to see what the team was like fully put together last year. At number 14, we got the Packers. The Packers, honestly, I think they're pretty middling, same as always. The Packers offense, looking good, not great. Still don't have a true wide receiver one. Same as last year. The defense looks pretty good. Same as last year. I don't really see what is changed for this Packers team outside of a few people moving around. Yes, Micah Parsons, year 2, might feel more comfortable in the system, but come on. You guys, the Packers right now are the definition of mid. At number 13, we got the Steelers. Why are they not higher? Because I really like their roster. The reason they're not higher is because they don't have a quarterback. Is it because Aaron Rodgers has refused to sign or decide on his future yet? Yes, it is. Will they draft someone? Who knows? Will they sign Aaron Rodgers to do it another year? Probably. But regardless, that roster looks very good. It's pushed them up to here. Getting a second wide receiver, great news. Defense still looking pretty good, as long as they don't fall apart like they did last year. And honestly, the thing I think I like about this the most is that running back room. Jaylen Warren, your time might be done because they brought in a truly good running back in Rico Dowdle. And he is explosive, and if he does even a fraction of what he did for the Panthers and the Cowboys for the Steelers, oh boy. At number 12, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles. Why are they here? Well, because they're shedding talent like it's a freaking yard sale. Because, dear God, they couldn't hold on to anyone. And partially that's because contracts are coming due, and partially because their asking price for A.J. Brown was too damn high. And so now the Eagles are in this situation. They didn't really bring in anyone too impressive in free agency because they couldn't. Because they were losing all their talent. They didn't have the money to pay anyone else beyond what they did. And they signed some players to massive deals beyond the massive deals they already had on the books. At number 11, and just despite the Eagles, hello, Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys. They got their defense is getting better. They've retained George Pickens at least for another year. Their window is still open, if that's the words they want to use. But I do think they'll be better this year. Why? Well, one, Dak will be there with CD and George Pickens again. That offense will still look good. Defense will probably be fixed to the point where they actually can do stuff, hopefully. And then it all will hopefully come together when they're not falling over themselves. At number 10, we got the LA Chargers. The Chargers. Yeah, I mean, they didn't really do anything too crazy, good or bad. And I kind of like that because they were in a good space after last year. Maury and Hampton coming back from injury. That offense, as long as they're trying to protect Herbert a little more through whatever means possible, I think that'll work better for them. Keep Herbert healthy, get that running game going, do more of what a Harbaugh offense is expected to do. That defense already looked pretty good. No complaints from me. At number 9, we got the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens, bringing Trey Hendrickson. very good. Beef up that defense. They lost a lot of talent elsewhere on the team. I think they have to deal with that, but they should still be a top 10 team with this roster. Lamar Jackson is amazing. At number 8, the Bears. The Bears. Yeah, they're having issues, but I think they'll be fine. Their secondary kind of got gutted, and that was one of the best parts about their defense last year. We'll see what they do with that. But their offense still looking very good. Their defense, other than the secondary, still looking pretty good. So hopefully they pull it all together, and I don't look stupid for putting them this high. Number 7, the Chiefs. Not going to really say too much about the Chiefs because they kept most of the people that they had last year, except for losing their secondary to the Rams. And they've brought in Kenneth Walker. Now, this is scary because the Chiefs will actually have a good running back. And that scares me. It should scare you. It should scare everyone because the Chiefs didn't really have a run game the last 2 years, and now they will. At number 6, we got the Patriots. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Pats coming up just shy of winning it all. But second year with the system going, you signed a new receiver to replace Stephon Diggs who left. I think if you continue to draft well, you're not going to fall. You're right here in the sweet spot where you need to be. At number 5, we got the 49ers. Bringing in Mike Evans was a genius move, except for the fact that he's always injured lately, which the Niners are always injured lately, so maybe if they come together, they'll fix the injury bug that has cursed them for the better part of 5 years. Maybe. I don't know. They still have a good roster. Obviously, Brock Purdy's Bill Cumming Duke has kind of hurt them in terms of the quality of that roster, but Bill's going to come toll eventually. Number 4, we got the Bills. The Bills! They got a wide receiver 1 for Josh Allen, and that is great. DJ Moore, love him. He will do work for Josh Allen. That might be the scariest thing coming out of the AFC. If this can't get Allen over the top, nothing will. He might as well retire if he fails this year because he's never going to get a better chance. Number 3, we got the Broncos. Jalen Waddle. Oh my goodness, this offense might be good if Bo Nix is truly the quarterback they need, because Jalen Waddle, alongside what they already have in Courtland Sutton and all those other guys, going to look amazing. That defense was scary last year. I can't imagine it is any less scary this upcoming year. Should be a good year to be a Broncos fan. At number 2, my LA Rams. I would like to put myself higher, but this is me being fair, because my team, I think the Rams have fixed their only weakness, and that was their secondary. We acquired 2 DBs this free agency from the Chiefs. We got Trent McDuffie, and he should be the highlight of this secondary now. He should be great, do good work for the Rams secondary, fix that only weakness. And the Rams, with the roster they have, with Matt Stafford back in the saddle again, oh boy, here we go. And number 1, because they won the Super Bowl, the Seattle Seahawks. They've basically kept everyone important. They lost only Kenneth Walker. They're the best team in the NFL until they lose. So, good job, Seahawks. Enjoy your victory lap. I'm not going to criticize you very much because you won. So with that being said, guys, please like, share, subscribe down below, comment what you think, and I'll see you next time.